Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do another one in my series about of which I crack open some boosters from the latest set. So we've moved on. It wasn't much time since the last one. So the new one is March of the Machine, which has just come out. So basically I'm going to open some boosters from the new set and tell you a little bit about what I opened and various things. And we say since I did the last one of these, my internet connection's improved in quality, so I've gone up to a fibre connection, so this should be a lot better quality than the last one. I've also thought about a little bit more about how I film. So I'm filming it. I've got the curtains open from the game room. I'll show you the view from the game room window for sure. So I'm in the UK, I'm in England, so this is the view from the game room window. It's not looking very nice out there. Anyway, when you say it's nice in here anyway, so we're all ready to film the video. And we say I was going to show you my desktop because it's Magic based. That's like Lily on my desktop. And we need to say there we go. And my dog is with us today. That's Soph, for those who've seen the channel, and she may help us, and hopefully she'll help us with our luck in the booster. And we need to say before I go on, I need to say most of the boosters in this video have been provided by the game shop in Aldershot, which is in the UK in Hampshire, and also there's another shop that I also play at, which is the Gamers Guild, which is in Redhill, which is which is in Surrey as well, that have provided. And most of these packs are basically ones I've won, most of them, bar the 2 pre-release packs, because I was ill for the pre-release and missed that section of the pre-release. So I thought, what should I do? I'll get 2 pre-release packs anyway. So we're going to crack open these packs and see what I get. Unfortunately, this is the second time I tried to film this video because I ran out of storage, basically. So I've already opened, unfortunately, some of the packs. So unfortunately, I've already seen some of them, but the bulk of the packs are going to be unopened. And as I say, we've got some additional things to show today. We've got some promos and some various bits. And as I'm normally doing on these videos now, I'm going to do. My dog is with us. We've got the mat which we're going to film on as well. All right, Soph? Yeah, she enjoys herself. Okay, so we're going to show you. I'm going to give away some code cards. So the code cards for those people that play on Arena, and they basically give you access to 6 digital boosters, which you can only these codes you can only use one of them. You're only allowed to use one of them. But for the person that claims it, first come, first serve people. Anyway, all the best. So we'll start with this. So basically, this is, for those people that don't know, this is what's called a pre-release pack. So basically, this is what you get at the pre-release. The artwork on it is very good. And it is say that they said there's basically, I don't know, yeah, so that's a pre-release pack. So they basically come with 6 boosters and a pre-release card in the thing. So the difference between with these, they also get a dice as well. I mean, to say the difference between these new ones for March of the Machine is you get 2 pre-release cards as well, being only one of which you could have played in the tournament, which is the one with the date stamp. The other one that isn't date stamped, you couldn't basically play, but it's mainly designed for other formats like Constructed and Commander. It's mostly Commander, to be honest, that pushes the thing. Anyway, this was basically what I got in my first booster. So we're going to open them on the mat. I mean, you just say before saying I'm basically looking. I'm a Commander player, so I'm looking at the cards basically from a Commander perspective. So basically, I'm looking at things to improve my Commander decks, and I might say what ones I think I will see play. Okay, so this is my first booster. So this is Rampaging Raptor. So this is the pre-release code. So the first pre-release code, the one you could use, is 2 a red and a red for a trample haste 4/4 with 2 and a red. Rampaging Raptor gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It's whenever Rampaging Raptor deals combat damage. Sorry, I'm trying to see the glare on the thing and see what I can do to. Whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle the player protects, because battle's one of the new mechanics in the new set, and I'll explain the mechanics as we get to them. this is the other pre-release card, which is as Goro Goro and Satoru. So basically, these are like, they're kind of like two older cards stapled together, kind of, or they remind me of a mechanic in like the Pokemon TCG, the tag team cards from that. I don't know if they're called tag team cards, but that's what it's a wrestling term. Anyway, I would say I like my wrestling as well. Anyway, okay, so this is Goro Goro and Satoru for a Grixis, so it's a blue, a black, and a red for a 3/4 legendary creature. I mean, most of these ones in this series are all legendaries anyway. And you see, whenever one or more creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn deals combat damage to a player, create a 5/5 red dragon spirit with flying, and one and a red creatures you control gain haste until end of the turn. So if you give things haste and bring them in, you basically get some 5/5 and deal damage when you get some 5/5s. And the last thing in the packet is the code card. Okay, so this is the code card. I'll hold it here for a while. So this gives you access to 6 boosters in Arena. First come, first served. I'll be giving away 2 of them. Okay, so that's the code card. So now we go on to the regular packets. So there were 6 of each of these. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the various things that aren't rare or up. So this is one of the... I'm just trying to avoid getting the glare on it. I'll see my best. So Convoke is back in this set. So that's one of the mechanics. So it's creatures... Your creatures can help cast the spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays 1 colourless or any 1 mana of that creature's colour. Okay, so these are just the cards. I won't put them out until I think there's anything worth mentioning. I've done 3 sealed decks and what was it? I believe 3 drafts as well now. I've mostly played Is It Blue Red. I mean, say there's many dinosaurs and knights in the set, so I've got a dinosaur. Oh, so these are all out of order as well. So that was the token. That's the Monastery Mentor token for those Monastery Mentors back. It's actually at one of its cheapest prices as well. Okay, so this was the one of them. So these are basically the problem with this set is there's basically a lot of rares in the set. For limited and sealed deck in particular, that being problematic because the rares lend to more game situations that basically get out of hand with the rares take over and dominate the game kind of, whereas there's more rares than average. So there's like, you can have up to like 3 rares in each pack because there's a normal rare, then there's basically 1 of these, and they're always this one in this slot. They're always a legendary thing, as the set has a focus on legendaries. I mean, you said so. This one being so in one of my sealed decks, I think I had not nine rares. I think it was in my 2-color Is It deck. Anyway, so this is Barol, Chief of Compliance. For those that know. It also, the card frame is quite interesting on this. It looks like it looks more like the Kaladesh Inventions, because Barol originated from Kaladesh anyway in the storyline. Anyway, Barol, for those that don't know, is a 1 blue for 1/3 wizard creature, legendary human wizard. Its instants and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever a spell or ability you control counters a spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Right, so now we move on to the thing. So these are worth posting. This is one of the new mechanics in the set. So they're called sieges. For those that know, they're like double-faced cards. So they're 2-sided. There's basically at least 1 dual-sided card in every pack. I think there's 2 in most of them. So this is 4 and a green. So basically, a siege reads as like basically you get a spell effect when it comes into play. And then it basically goes into play under the opponent's control effectively, and they have to protect it. So basically, this one reads: when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then the creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So then it will then go to the opponent. So it starts out with 6, effectively what's like a planeswalker. So it's got a loyalty on it. So basically, you attack it like a planeswalker. You say when you're attacking, what you're attacking, and who's attacking what. So these ones basically, when they take the last point off and do the thing, they flip and they become various things on the other side. They're generally creatures in large, but there can be some other ones. There's one that's a flip planeswalker, basically, when it flips, and there's some various other ones that are artifacts and things, but they mainly flip into creatures. So this one being Primordial Plasm. It's at the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +2/+2. Oh, it's another creature, sorry, not target creature you control. It gets +2/+2 and loses all abilities until end of turn. Alright, so that's the mechanic. One of the mechanics, Siege. And then there's another flip card. I don't really need to see that. And we go for our first. So this is our Tharlin the Gitrog. So this is basically a mythic. So this is basically like Tharlin the Gitrog monster combined. So it's Abzan. So it's one a white, a black, and a green for a 4/4 first strike and death touch. They don't normally print first strike and death touch on most things outside Mythic Rare anyway, because you normally have to create it by adding bits onto your thing. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. It's creatures and then it's got the Tharlin bit. So creatures and non-basic land your opponent control enters the battlefield taps. It's whenever Tharlin the Gitrog monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land. The other one was just land. Then draw a card. I like Gitrog. I've got a Gitrog commander deck. I'll probably feature that in a later video at some point. I also quite like Tharlin, as I quite like white. Anyway, that was the booster 1 and the first pack. Okay, so we go on to booster 2. I'll try and go through these as quick as possible. We're not going to pause on things. So the E8 lands are back. They're they're worth pennies now. I mean, say that looks like an Amonkhet card frame. I'm pretty sure it is an Amonkhet card frame. Another one. Night Order the Mirror. Oh, so that's the rare. So that I've also had as a pre-release card. So that's a 5 and a blue for an instant. It has Convoke though. It's you may cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. And it's when you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy the spell twice. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay. There we go. That's some removal. Okay, so basically that will explain one of the new mechanics. So I'll pause on that one for a while. So this is one of the new spells. It's basically Incubate. So it basically reads as for 4 a black and a black, exile target creature and incubate 3. So how Incubate works is they're like creatures that are delayed. So when you incubate, you make an XX artifact that comes into play, and then basically it can transform into a creature for the 2 mana to make it. So this one is basically total 8 mana, kill a creature, make a 3/3 basically, and it's so the Incubate is transform as an instant, whereas the other cards, the double face cards in this set, are transform. Is that better? I feel that's better actually, because it's in focus. I'm just trying to get the lighting and stuff right for this video. It's a bit pain. Anyway, I thought a bit more about it. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, they transform as an instant, whereas the other ones are transform as a sorcery. Anyway, let's try and get them up. Oracle of Tragedy, nothing good. Seed of Hope. There are quite a few Frixins in this set as well, so that's a continuation from the last thing. These are just all very solid. A dwarf. Maybe there'll be some dwarfs in the Lord of the Rings set as well. And the thing to round out the booster with, nothing special there. Right, let's go. Next one. A rat samurai. These worth coming most. Anyway, I've got some new rats for my rat deck anyway, which is good. I'll feature that in another video. It's Marinor as the commander for those. Yes. Okay, so this is worth pausing on. So this is Xeon and Diano. This is another mythic. So this is my second mythic. This is all. So I'm doing all right on the mythics at this point anyway. Way above average. A mythic is one in like 6 or 7 packs on average. And this is black, green, and a blue for a legendary creature, Human Dryad. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Tap, sacrifice another creature, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 8 or more lands, repeat the process. That's one of my most played cards in the set. I mean, so okay, so people would thought that the best card you can get is a Ragavan. For those that don't know, the Ragavan was printed in one of the modern sets, and basically it's a modern card. It won't make the card legal in standard or even Pioneer for those that play it. But like, you can get a Ragavan. It's going for about this is about a week in. It's going for about £60 in England anyway, and we're hoping we will crack one today. So far, nothing amazing in this one I like, but like they've been quite good so far. Blossoming Sand, Game 1 life lands. Yeah, those are some of the better land fixes and a mere token. Alright, we're on to the last actual booster that I did open, admittingly, before, because I tried to film it and we run out of storage space. The Game Life Land. Timur chosen for death. They're all back. Oh, this one's worth pausing on. This is one of the new cards. So this is a new battle. I think this is what going for a reasonable amount. So this is Invasion of Ikoria. This is an X spell. X, green and green. And Battle Siege. It's when it enters the battlefield, search your library or graveyard for a non-human creature with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you do, search your library this way. Anyway, this card is definitely got potential and constructed. I think it's going for around a tenner at the moment. And it flips into this dinosaur, which is Zutor, the apex of Ikoria, for an 8/8 reach. For each non-human creature you control, you may have the creature assign combat damage as though if it wasn't blocked. So that's similar to an old style ability on various creatures. I think it's called a Lacholith. And it was originally things like Thorn Elemental that had that ability on it. Right, we carry on. Right, that's that pack done. Right, now we actually get onto packs I haven't actually opened yet. So we're on our pack. We're on pack 5. So this one I haven't opened. So this one should be entirely fresh for me. So I'm just cracking the pack. I'm sorry if the audio's not a thing. I know you get better audio from various if you're opening the packs on actual. Okay, so like carry on. Skittering Surveyor. Oh, just wait, pausing on this one. So this is Omen Hawker. My surname is Hawker and Matthew Hawker Gaming. Anyway, I found that amusing. I'd rather not be on a blue card though. I'd rather be a green card. What's that? Cat Citizen. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, wow. We got something here, people. This is definitely a good booster opening so far. 3 mythics. Oh, Urbrask. Oh, that's pretty good. So this is one of the iconic cards in the set. This is Urbrask. This is one of the creators. Sorry. So all the cards all the creators are in the set. So they're basically 2 printings. So they've got the original printings, and this is being the new. I think this is the one. Anyway, so this is Urbrask. This is 2 in a red from 4/4 legendary creature. It's got first strike. It's when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, deal 1 damage to target opponent, add red. And then it's red exile Urbrask and return to the battlefield transformed under its opponent control. Activate only as a sorcerer, and if you cast 3 or more spells this turn, and it transforms into the Great Work. It's with sagas. So this is basically transforms into a saga. I think they all transform into sagas. I'm not really sure because I haven't really seen all of this cycle. I'm pretty sure they all do. Anyway, sagas are basically enter after your draws. As it enters and after your draw step, add a loyalty counter. The first one being the Great War deals 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. 2 is create 3 treasure tokens. 3 is until the end of the turn you may cast instants and sorcery spells from any graveyard. If a spell cast this way will be put into a graveyard, exile it instead and exile the great work. Alright, that's one of the things, one of the best cards I've opened probably on one of these opening videos. Okay, that's pretty good. And we go on. Nothing much. Island treasure token. Okay, so that's pretty good. Alright, last one of the thing. Sorry, got a bit of leg in the shot. See what I can do. Okay, this is the last one of the first series. Alright. Night Lord. It's a blue-white Night Lord. My night deck is black-white, so I'm not be playing that one. Alright, so this is the rare. So this is Fairy Mastermind. So this is I don't know how to pronounce. I'll butcher his name if I try to pronounce it. But it was the world champion from whatever the year it says on the thing. 2017 by the look of it. So that was his thing. As I said, this is interesting. It's a fairy rogue. It's a 1 and a blue for a 2/1 with flash flyer. It's when an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card, and it makes each player draw a card for 3 and a blue. So it's an interesting card. It's one of the World Championship cards anyway, and they've got their name on it as well, which is cool. I've had another copy. I had 2 copies of this in one of my sealed decks in my Is It 2-coloured pre-release. Okay, so that was the first one. Alright, that was the end of section 1 of the things. Right, so in section 2, I'll show you. I'll do this set. I'll do the second set. So that was set 1. Pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Okay, we'll open the second set of boosters. I do like the sounds of pack openings as well. I also like this. They have the fresh from the pack smell, which you don't get on vintage product as well. I mean, say thanks to my brother for sorting out the phone anyway. I was running out of storage and he's sorted it now anyway. I've got more storage than I did have. Okay. Some dinosaurs. I'll probably look into those at some point, but they're not a main dinosaur. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think I should have opened the promo pack first. I've done it in the wrong one. And it's another copy of Xena and Diana. It's the regular art on this as opposed to the extended art. It's another mythic anyway, so we're way above average on the mythic. I don't know how many, like mythic should be 1 in 6 or 1 in 7s, but like, this is way above average. A dog. I like dogs. Oh, hello. This is ridiculous. I'm like 5 mythics already, I think. So this is a Zuri. This is 2, a green and a blue for a 3/3, and it's whenever a creature with power of 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. Oh, it's a reprint of him. Okay, so yeah, so I've seen this guy before, and it's at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put X+1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have. So that's a good card. Alright, there's those ones. Oh, I'll do the pre-release pack last, I think. The promo pack, sorry. Alright, getting there. I've got regular boosters as well once this is done, and we've got some other stuff that was given away at the pre-release, mostly promos. Phyrexian Bear Rhino. There are loads of great kind of cross creatures in this set. I mean, I've got a bear deck. I was like, will I play it in my bear deck? I'll think about it. Oh, I think that might have been a spoiler, but I didn't quite see it. Oh, this is Rona, Herald of Invasion. So this is whenever you cast a legendary spell, untap it. And it's basically got the looting ability on it. It says draw a card, discard a card. It has Phyrexian to transform. And it transforms into this Tolarian Observer for a 5/5 legendary Phyrexian Wizard trample. When the source deals combat damage to it, that source's controller exiles a card from hand at random. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast without paying the mana cost. Alright, so that. Angel Cleric. I mean, so the art on the set's quite good in general, so I think. Alright, that's that. Right. We aim for around 40 minutes, but like, I'll try and do it. Alright. Let's get that. Okay. So far, it's looking pretty good on these, anyway. I mean, we say these ones I'm opening at the moment are the regular boosters, draft boosters. We've got some set boosters afterwards. Ooh, tribute to the World Tree. This reminds me of someone who's saying I was looking for this card. Yannick, if you're watching this, these is the one card I think of you. Anyway, this is for green for an enchantment. It's whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. I feel that's a pretty good card. It's just slightly harder to cast. But in the last 2 sets, they've had lots of cards that are quite hard to cast. Like these one is triple colour, and they had stuff like the cycle of like the thing with like the Phyrexian Obliterator and Phyrexian Vindicator and stuff like that, which were quad to cast. Anyway, that's Tribute to the World Tree. Phyrexian Gargantua and a land. Okay, so that's those. These are worth pausing on. So this is part of a cycle. There's a cycling is back in this set. There's one of these land cyclers for each colour. Then you say that if you're playing limited in the set, these are good. I normally play 1 or 2 of them to try and help you get your lands, basically. So they're like effectively. So there's one for each. This one is basically a 5 and a white for a 3/4. It's when he ETBs on exile target creature and opponent controls. So it's a Fiend Hunter style of effect. And it's got plain cycling. There's one in each of all the other colours. There's one for each of them. I think that one's got one of the better effects when it comes in. Oh, okay, this one is Invasion of what was it, Castles. I don't remember what plane that is. Is that a new plane? I don't know. People can let me know if it is. I don't know if it is or not. It's not one I recognise the name from. So it's whenever this enters the... It's 2 red and red. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And it flips... Oh, I've seen the next one, sorry. And it flips into this Refraction Elemental, which is a 4/4 with Ward 2. Whenever you cast a spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So it's pretty good. Anyway, that's that one. I mean, so I've seen the next one, so anyway, we'll get it out. It's like it's a legendary dinosaur hippo, Karugo. So it's one of the things with companions. So the companion mechanic was a mistake in Magic. Wizards really made a mistake printing it. Lots of them were overpowered. There's some really cool concepts and ideas on like the artwork and stuff like that, but I don't think they were particularly thinking very well when they printed like stuff like Lurus and that were like incredibly overpowered in various formats. Anyway, so this is obviously one of them. It's not as powerful as some of them. It's basically the drawback on this one is your starting deck can only contain cards with mana value 3 or greater and lands, and it's when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with mana 3 or value 3 or greater. It's a land and a thing. Right, so we've got, was it 1 more of these? No, we've got 2 more. 2 more of these boosters. Right. We've got the other one of the cycle. It's the Tree Folk one. I would say I'm probably going to put him in my Tree Folk deck. Some knights. I'll evaluate those for my knight deck shortly. That will be some time in the future. It's one of my most played cards in the set. What's this? Oh, is this? Okay. Okay, so this is one of the other ones. So there's what I think there's quite there are lots of these invasion cycle of cards. This is invasion of Alara, so Alara being was the 5 colours plane. So this is Woburg to cast, and it's when it enters the battlefield. Exile the cards from the top of your library and exile 2 non-land cards with mana value 4 or less. You may cast one of those cards, one of the 2 out paying its mana cost, put 1 into hand, then put the other card exiled onto the bottom of library. And it flips into Awaken the Maelstrom. It's all colours. It's basically it's a sorcery. Target player draw 2. Focus here. It says all colours. Target player draw 2 cards. You may put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. Create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. Destroy target permanent and an opponent controls. So it's similar to a like an ultimatum style effect, or it's a bit like the Kami War from the Kamigawa. Okay, so we've got Hirobi Deathswell, the next one. So this is an old school card, and it's a 2 black and a black for a legendary creature spirit for 4/4 flyer, which is a bit overstated creature for its power and toughness. It's got the drawback though: whenever a creature becomes the target of a spell or an ability, destroy that creature. So basically, it's normally thought of as a drawback, but there are plenty of ways you can make this work in formats like Commander, which involve basically making lots of things that targets various things. And wow, this with like a Cyclonic Rift and something becomes stupid. Anyway, this is a Hirobi. Anyway, that's Hirobi. In alternate art as well. Alright, that's that one. And we're on to the last of the draft boosters. And the last one of this cycle. Alright. It's coming out. Sorry about the camera work. Getting there. Ooh, what's this? Okay, so this is a Drana and Limvala. So it's a white and a black for 3/4 flying vigilance angel. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated, and its Drana and Limvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control. You may spend mana as though if it was any colour to activate those abilities. Oh, that's an interesting one. Would make an interesting commander. I like. Oh, there's that one. All right, so we're on the last of this cycle one. So we've got the promo pack. Let's see if we can finish on a high. All right. Okay, so the first one is Inguna Seika for 2 green and a blue for 4/4 legendary creature human god. Its creatures you control have vigilance and tap. Add 1 mana of any colour. Spend this mana to any cast a creature spell. When you cast a creature spell, if 3 or more mana from creatures were spent to cast it, draw a card. So it's good with mana dorks and elves and stuff like that. Right, so then we go on to the... Oh, what's this? Oh, it's Goru Goru and Satoru again. But it's like you can get in your slot in this pack, the non-date stamp one. You can look like you can get them in various different artworks. So this is our second one of this. So, but like, it's alright. I'm aware. I like to have both copies. Anyway, it's Goru Goru and Satoru. Anyway, so now we've got the code for those that... so the code is... The code is there. Good luck to people trying to claim it. All the best. Alright, that's that. Now we're going to move on to some... we're going to break it up slightly. So we've got some promos we got given at the event. Let me say these are from the most recent promos. I will just show them. So we've got a few promos that got given out at the event. So these are basically what they call 30th anniversary promos. And there's some various different ones. So this is one of them. This is Eternal Witness. The artwork on this one. So I like the foiling on this. Basically, they've got the... if you can see in the corner, so it's got like the date where it came out, which is originally is 2004. they've got the 30th anniversary watermark kind of thing, and the artwork's on Scott Fisher, and it's an iconic card, and it's not a bad one to have. I mean, you say one of the other ones we also got at this event was the Niv Mizzet, the Firemind, and you say this one is a iconic card as well. So this one dates from dating to 2006 from the original, like the Ravnica cycle. So I don't need to explain what Niv is. He doesn't even have flavor text on the card. It's like an equation. Anyway, that's a cool one. I mean, you say that one of the more recent ones as well. This wasn't given at the event, but this was given out recently. So this is Norn's Annex. So this is basically a propaganda style effect on an enchantment. It also has the, it's got the Phyrexian as well. So it's Phyrexian 3 white and a white to cast, or it has the effect. It's like a propaganda. It costs you 2 to attack with each creature, or you can pay Phyrexian to attack. All right, that's that one. And we got some other promo packs I can do. So these aren't necessarily from the most recent cycle of promo packs, but they are going to be. They can have any cards in standard from it. That was a Brothers War one I just got. So that one was thing. I'm keeping that code. I need that one anyway. Well, let's start with the first card. Stone Brain. Nothing amazing on that one. Foil Corrupt. Not amazing. Foil Cut Your Losses. I mean, basically said that with the promo packs, so you basically can get ones that are all foil and the regular ones. So they're normally like winners ones and participation ones. I've got a selection of each anyway, so we'll go on to that one. I'm trying to do it. I obviously haven't slaughtered these ones because I got them recently. Alright, so we've got this one, so I'll put that to the side. That's my code. Okay, so we're on Elbereth's Forge. That's a good card in limited anyway. I think it's playable and constructed like in a kind of oil deck. That's fine. We've got Ossification and Brothers War. Now we will move on to, I think I've got one last booster, and then we can go on to some set boosters. Okay. Well, let's just go through them. I think the Elbereth is the best card I've got so far. The other cards are interesting. Oh! Yeah, this most probably my best thing, so I can do better. So this is Ren and the Realmbreaker. Is it as good as Ren and 6? Probably not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to see play. So this is 1 a green and a green for a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. It's static, is lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of it in any colour, so it fixes your lands. And its +1 is up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until your next turn that is still a land. And then it's -2 is mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the mill cards into your hand. So -7 is you get an emblem with you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard. So that's my second Ren already. I got a foil one. I didn't get to play that one actually because it wasn't in the colours I was in. But like there we go. Anyway, that's a good card. If you played Agent. Oh wow, people! These packs are ludicrous. We're getting there. So this is Skithrix, the Blight Dragon. So this is the iconic 3 black 4/4 for flying in Infect. You flyer. So basically, there's still some Infect cards in the thing. There's still this and the and Finn the Fangbearer is also randomly in there as well. So this one is. Used to be about 20. I think it's probably gone down somewhat now, but it's an iconic card, and I like having it in this artwork treatment. And it's really cool, and I probably will replace it. But then again, I might get the foil one of this anyway, because they've probably gone down enough. Anyway, that's a good pack anyway. Oh, and there's a foil in that as well. Nope, nothing there. Yeah. That was a good pack. Right. So that was my... yeah, that was the last of the regular boosters. Now we're going to move on to the set boosters. So for those that don't know, so set boosters are basically, they're different to the regular boost. The other boosters, they've got less cards in them. They're designed for just people that are opening regular boosters. I would say if you're buying boosters, I would generally go for these ones, as I think the rarity quality is slightly better anyway. And they all come with artwork cards as well. And then you just say, there you go. Oh, there's also collector's packs, but I don't buy collector's packs. I don't generally buy packs anywhere. I win them. These are all from winnings. Right, getting there. Getting there. Izugu and Carry. There's another one. I've already got one of those. And what have we got? A Finn the Fangbearer again in the other slot. Aerial boost. And nothing great there. Four land, I think that was my first foil EA from the set, or at least in this opening. What's this? Rowan's Talon. Okay, so it's 2 red and a red for Enchant Planeswalker. Enchanting Planeswalker gains up to 2/1 target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample. It's when you react to the loyalty ability for an enchanted planeswalker or copy the ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay. And Gigantha. Tap for Woburg. See another Yan card. He hit a deer this week anyway, and I think if you say Gigantha looks a bit like a deer. Oh, and Gisser. I believe this is one of the best cards limited in the set for it. It's 3 black and a green for a 3/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1. Incubate 2 twice. Transform all incubators you control or fixins you control, gain first strike and death touch. That looks pretty ludicrous. Right. Looks like the green pack. Ooh, Yargle and Multani. What a weird match. Yargle being a very vanilla creature and Multani. So now they've probably combined and they make this weird stat line. 18/6 for 3 of black and a green. And also bear in mind, people, Yargle's in the set as a regular as well. So and he's not very big. That's a lot of flavour text. Some random foils, and that's one. So we're about halfway through these. I think there's 7 of these packs total. That's a Yargle Multani art card for those of you. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's Saram. I just didn't recognise it from the art frame. It's whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card for 2/2 on a thing. I played in Cheerios. Oh, this is more. Oh, this I'm more interested in. This is Chrono's Lawmaster. So I think it was one of the guild thing in that set. And I said this is the 3 red and a white for a legendary elephant cleric. I like elephants, so I say one of my favourite creature types in Magic. And you should check out my elephant video for those that haven't watched it. It's one of the more unusual decks I've got anyway. And we said this is for a 3/5 with Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, exile target non-creature, non-land from your graveyard. Create a 3/2 red and white creature token. 1 red and a white. Tap, sacrifice a spirit, choose target creature card, exile with it. You may cast the card this turn without paying its mana cost. If the spell will be put into graveyard, put it on the bottom of owner's library. Oh, and there's another one in this. So this is what I believe these are looks like a gilded foil. I say I'm not sure what the rarity of these are compared to the regular ones. Anyway, these say they normally come in these special gilded traits. Anyway, this is Lathriel, the Bounty Storm, for 2 green and a white for a 2/2 lifelinker. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, distribute up to that many +1/+1 counters among any other number of target creatures. That looks pretty good. It might not look that great from here, but I say, it's worth bearing in mind you can get, in set boosters, you can get list cards, and this is one of them. It's crap. It's a Yotin Grant, but, like, it's a 1/4. Right. Still going. Alright, hopefully we're going to be able to edit this together, because I just cut myself out by mistake. Anyway, we'll open the packs and see if we can get them strung together. Okay, so... Okay. what's this? Let's go Ruda for a blue-black hybrid for 6/6. And it's got the rest of it. Oh, what's this? And Boombringer Valkyrie for a 3 white and a white for 4/4 with backup. Oh, backup's worth explaining. It's one of the other mechanics in this set. So backup is when the creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following abilities until end of turn, so that's quite good. Negate to finish with Amber. Soph's back with us again. Me again. What's this? Breach Multiverse for 5 and a black. This is each player mill 10 cards for each player. Choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put the cards into the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian. In addition to its other types. Javelin there. And we're on to the last pack. Phyrexian separately. What's this? Zatris, God of Half Truths. Not really. Oh, hello. That's more exciting. We ignore that one. So we've got an Archangel Elspeth. So Elspeth, for those, one of the most iconic, dies many times and comes back many times. So it's 2 white and a white for 4 loyalty planeswalker. Its +1 is create a white creature taken with lifelink, and its -2 is put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other type and gains flying. Its -6 is return all non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And a Javelin here to finish, and I do believe that's everything. Right, so I've basically, sorry for the thing, so that should be all right. And when you say I've opened all the boosters now, and when you say thanks for watching, hopefully this video will still get to you, because I made a mistake in the middle of filming and I hit the button with my finger, and I'm probably going to have to edit these two together. Anyway, overall, quite a good set of packs, I would feel. Anyway, enjoy March of the Machine, and I'll hopefully see you again sometime for the next one. It won't be that long until the next set comes out anyway. Anyway, so thanks very much. The best thing you can do for me is a subscription. I'll keep on doing these, and hopefully the quality will get improved. Anyway, I think it will be better than the last one anyway. Thanks very much. Bye.